In a city of towering buildings and endless motion, there was a small, quiet shop that sold salt. The shop was run by a stern man named Marcus and his two sons. The younger son, Leo, was a whirlwind of energy, but his older brother, Silas, was a shadow. He moved through the shop with his head down, a boy made of quiet and hesitation. His father, Marcus, valued strength and a loud voice above all else. Marcus would often scold Silas, his words like sharp stones. "You will never amount to anything if you can't look a man in the eye," he would say. Silas's confidence, already as thin as a whisper, would shatter a little more with each harsh word. He found it difficult to speak to customers, his voice catching in his throat, and his father's disappointment grew with every passing day. One day, while Marcus was away, two cunning men came to the shop. They spoke with smooth, convincing voices, claiming his father had sent them to collect all the salt. Silas hesitated, a knot of doubt in his stomach, but his fear of offending them was greater than his fear of making a mistake. Before he could find his voice, they took everything. When Marcus returned to an empty shop, his rage was a storm. "You are worthless," he roared. "Get out of my sight and never return." Crushed by his father's words and the weight of his own helplessness, Silas walked to the riverbank. He felt like a failure, a boat without a rudder, drifting towards a meaningless end. Just as he was about to step into the water, a gentle hand took his arm. It was an old man with kind eyes and a face etched with wisdom. "My child," the old man said softly, "life is a gift. Do not throw it away." Silas, his heart heavy, told the old man his story. "I am shy and weak," he said. "I am nothing." The old man, whose name was Elias, listened patiently. "Your biggest enemy is not shyness," he said. "It is fear. Come with me, and I will show you how to defeat it." With a glimmer of hope, Silas followed him to his home. Elias gave Silas his first task, to speak to 10 strangers. Silas's heart pounded in his chest, but he agreed. He spent the day on a busy street, his voice trembling as he approached the first person. Some ignored him, but others stopped to talk. By the end of the day, he had spoken to 10 people and felt a small, surprising thrill of accomplishment. The next day, Elias gave him a second task, to teach 10 children about the importance of water. "But I am not educated," Silas protested. Elias simply smiled. "You know more than you think." With trembling hands, Silas stood before the children, a glass of water in his hand, and began to speak. As he spoke, his voice grew stronger. He shared simple facts about water, and the children listened with wide eyes. He was no longer thinking about his own fear, but about the joy of sharing knowledge. When he finished, he felt a new kind of strength, a quiet confidence that had nothing to do with being loud. On the third day, Elias gave him the final, most difficult task, to return home and apologize to his father. Silas was terrified, but he had faced his fears before. He walked back to the salt shop, his head held high. He apologized to his father, not for the mistake, but for allowing his fear to control him. Marcus, seeing the new man standing before him, welcomed him back with tears in his eyes. Silas returned to Elias, who smiled and said, "You have found the secret. Confidence is not a gift, it is a muscle you build by facing your fears." Silas, now a man of quiet strength and unwavering self-belief, went on to become a successful businessman, respected not for his loud voice, but for his quiet courage.